When you grow old, don't remarry if you don't know this truth. As we grow older, the desire for companionship becomes more pronounced. The house may grow quieter, and the once busy days filled with work and family now stretch into long, lonely evenings. It's only natural to yearn for someone to share your thoughts, your joys, and your challenges in life's later years. Many older adults consider remarriage as a way to fill this void, a chance to find love or connection once more. But before stepping into such a commitment, it's essential to reflect on a few profound truths about remarriage and aging. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. The truth about companionship in later years. As we grow older, the need for companionship becomes a deep and undeniable part of our lives. It's not just about filling the empty spaces of a quiet house or breaking the silence of long, lonely evenings. It's about finding someone who truly understands the weight of a shared history, the complexities of aging, and the fragility of time. Companionship in later years carries a significance far beyond the surface. It is about connecting in a way that respects both the scars of the past and the hope for what remains ahead. However, companionship at this stage of life is not as simple as it might have been in our youth. When we were younger, love often grew from dreams of building a future together, a family, a home, a shared purpose. But as we age, love takes on a different meaning. It becomes less about building something new and more about finding comfort, understanding, and peace in what already exists. This shift in perspective brings both opportunity and challenge, as it requires a level of emotional depth and patience that not everyone is prepared for. Consider Mr. Tan's story. At 65, he believed he had found a new beginning in Mrs. Mai, a woman whose kindness and warmth brought light back into his solitary days. Their connection seemed genuine, their intentions sincere. But it didn't take long for the complexities of life and aging to reveal themselves. What began as a hopeful union quickly unraveled, not because of a lack of affection, but because of something far more subtle, an inability to navigate the small, yet deeply human realities of growing old together. Mrs. Mai's discomfort with Mr. Tan's elderly scent wasn't just about physical sensitivity. It symbolized the deeper challenge of learning to accept the inevitable changes that come with age. This story highlights a truth many overlook. Companionship in later years requires more than just shared moments. It demands profound understanding and a willingness to embrace imperfection. We must recognize that both we and our potential partners carry the marks of a lifetime: health issues, habits, emotional wounds, and sometimes even the invisible weight of loneliness. True companionship in old age isn't about perfection. It's about grace. Grace for ourselves, for our partners, and for the unchangeable aspects of the journey we've taken to get here. Loneliness for many is a heavy burden, but rushing into remarriage or companionship without acknowledging this truth can lead to even deeper pain. To truly share a life with someone at this stage, both must be willing to see past the surface, to move beyond appearances, small annoyances, or even cultural expectations, and instead focus on the deeper bond of empathy and respect. It's important to understand that companionship is not simply about curing loneliness. It's about finding someone who complements the person you've become. At this stage in life, we are no longer seeking to complete ourselves through another person, but rather to share what we have learned, endured, and cherished. Companionship rooted in this kind of mutual respect becomes a balm for the soul, a gentle reminder that even in the twilight of life, we are never truly alone if we are brave enough to let others in. The truth is, companionship in later years is as much about acceptance as it is about connection. It is about embracing not only the imperfections of another, but also our own. It's about stepping into a relationship not with the innocence of youth, but with the wisdom of experience, ready to navigate life's challenges together, hand in hand. This truth, though profound, is not always easy to accept, but it is the foundation of any meaningful connection as we age. To find true companionship, we must first open our hearts, not just to others, but to the realities of our own lives. Only then can we hope to build something lasting, something beautiful, in the years we have left. 2. Understanding your needs before remarrying. As the years pass and we enter the later stages of life, the idea of remarrying can feel like a second chance, a chance to fill the emotional void left by solitude or the loss of a beloved partner. Yet, beneath this yearning lies a critical question that must be answered with honesty. What is it that you truly seek? Without clarity on this, remarriage can quickly turn from a hopeful new chapter into a source of disillusionment and heartache. Understanding your needs is not simply a matter of introspection. It is an act of self-compassion and respect for the life you have built thus far. In older age, love is no longer defined by grand gestures or the pursuit of shared dreams for the future. Instead, it is grounded in something quieter but far more profound: a desire for companionship, mutual care, and an appreciation for the simple, fleeting moments of life. Before considering remarriage, it's important to pause and reflect deeply on what kind of connection you are searching for. Are you yearning for emotional intimacy? A partner to share your thoughts and memories with? Or are you seeking practical companionship, someone to navigate the challenges of aging together? Perhaps it's a blend of both. Knowing this distinction is the foundation for making decisions that honor your heart and your future. Equally important is asking yourself whether you are ready to adjust to the realities of sharing your life again. By the time we reach our 60s or 70s, we have spent decades shaping our habits, routines, and personal preferences. Living alone often reinforces these patterns, granting us the freedom to move through life on our terms. But remarriage requires compromise, a willingness to soften those routines and create space for another person's way of being. It demands patience, flexibility, and, most importantly, a readiness to embrace the imperfections that inevitably come with blending two established lives. This is where self-awareness becomes your most valuable guide. Are you prepared to open your heart again, knowing that no relationship is perfect and that challenges will arise? Are you ready to confront your own vulnerabilities as well as those of your partner? If loneliness is your primary motivation for remarrying, it's worth exploring whether there are other ways to find connection and meaning through friendships, community involvement, or even personal growth before taking such a significant step. One of the most overlooked aspects of understanding your needs is being honest about your relationship with yourself. Solitude, while difficult, can also be a time of deep self-discovery. Have you come to terms with your past experiences, both the joys and the sorrows? Have you learned to find peace within yourself, or are you hoping that a new partner will fill a gap that only you can truly address? Remarriage can be a beautiful journey, but it cannot replace the self-acceptance and inner strength that are essential for a fulfilling life, with or without a partner. Aging also brings unique challenges that must be acknowledged in any relationship. Physical changes, health concerns, and even differing energy levels can affect how partners interact and support each other. Being open about these realities from the beginning can prevent misunderstandings and foster a relationship built on trust and empathy. It's not about presenting yourself as flawless. It's about finding someone who accepts you as you are in all your humanity. For Mr. Tan, the decision to remarry was driven by a genuine longing for connection. Yet his story reveals how easily unmet expectations and unspoken needs can lead to disappointment. His willingness to share his life, his home, finances, and heart was met with challenges he hadn't anticipated. This serves as a reminder that understanding your own needs and ensuring they align with those of your partner is not only wise but essential. Remarriage in later years is not just a matter of the heart, it's a matter of the soul. It's about ensuring that the relationship you seek aligns with the person you have become and the life you wish to lead. See, by understanding your needs, embracing your independence, and approaching love with both courage and wisdom, you give yourself the best chance at finding a partnership that truly enhances your golden years. And if you discover that remarriage isn't the path for you, that realization is equally valuable. For in knowing yourself deeply, you reclaim your power to live authentically, whether alone or with someone by your side. 3. The risks of remarriage. Remarriage in later years carries the promise of companionship, but it also comes with risks that are too significant to overlook. These risks are not merely external challenges. They strike at the heart of what it means to share your life with someone at a stage when both individuals bring decades of experience, habits, and expectations into the relationship. Understanding these risks is not about discouraging love or partnership. It's about facing the realities of remarriage with wisdom and clarity so you can navigate this path with open eyes and a steady heart. One of the most sensitive risks lies in the realm of finances. After a lifetime of hard work, many older adults have accumulated savings, property, or pensions that represent not just wealth but security. Entering into a marriage means sharing these resources, which can lead to unforeseen complications if trust is broken or expectations are unclear. It is not uncommon for financial disagreements to emerge, especially when family members, children, or grandchildren become involved. For example, transferring assets to a new spouse can unintentionally create tension with children from a previous marriage. Without careful planning and transparent communication, what begins as a loving union may lead to mistrust, resentment, or fractured relationships within the family. This financial risk is not just about numbers. It's deeply emotional. Money often carries the weight of legacy, responsibility, and care for future generations. A spouse may interpret financial decisions as a measure of love or commitment, while children might view them as a betrayal of trust. To safeguard against these conflicts, it's crucial to establish clear agreements early in the relationship. Legal arrangements such as prenuptial agreements or joint financial planning may feel uncomfortable to discuss, but they are acts of foresight and respect that protect everyone involved. Family dynamics themselves present another significant risk. When an older adult remarries, the ripple effect touches not just the couple, but also their children, grandchildren, and extended family. Adult children in particular may feel uncertain or even threatened by the presence of a new spouse in their parents' life. They might question the intentions of the new partner or worry about their inheritance, leading to tension that can strain both familial bonds and the new marriage. These emotions, though difficult, often stem from a place of love and concern, and navigating them requires patience, reassurance, and honesty. Beyond finances and family, remarriage also brings the challenge of managing expectations. At this stage of life, we are not starting fresh. We are stepping into a partnership where the past is very much present. Both individuals carry memories, habits, and ways of living that have been shaped over decades. While this richness can deepen a connection, it can also lead to friction if there is an inability to adapt or compromise. Small differences like routines or personal habits can quickly become sources of tension if they are not approached with understanding and a willingness to meet in the middle. There is also the risk of emotional disappointment. Loneliness can drive many to seek companionship, but entering a marriage solely to escape solitude can leave both partners feeling unfulfilled. Love in older age requires a different kind of resilience and acceptance that no partner will be perfect and that conflicts are inevitable. Without this emotional maturity, the relationship may falter under the weight of unspoken expectations and unmet needs. Yet, perhaps the most profound risk of remarriage is losing sight of one's independence. In the quest to share your life with someone, it's easy to forget the value of autonomy. The ability to make decisions freely, live by your own rules, and preserve the identity you've built over a lifetime. Independence is not selfish, it is a foundation of dignity and self respect. While remarriage can enrich life, it should never come at the cost of your freedom to be yourself. A healthy partnership supports and celebrates individuality rather than diminishing it. These risks do not mean that remarriage should be avoided. On the contrary, they serve as reminders to approach this decision with care and wisdom. Remarriage, when built on a foundation of trust, communication, and mutual understanding, can be deeply fulfilling. But to embark on this journey without acknowledging its challenges is to risk heartache for yourself, your partner, and those you hold dear. The risks of remarriage are not about fear, they are about awareness. By recognizing these potential pitfalls, you empower yourself to make thoughtful, intentional choices that honor your life, your values, and the people you love. Remarriage can be a source of great joy, but only if entered with the understanding that it requires not just love, but courage, clarity, and a commitment to navigating life's complexities together. Whether you choose to remarry or embrace independence, the key is to live authentically, with wisdom as your guide and peace in your heart. 4. The beauty of independence. As the years advance, the allure of independence takes on a deeper meaning. No longer is it merely about freedom from obligation or the chance to live life on your own terms. It becomes a profound expression of dignity, resilience, and self-reliance. Independence in later years is not just a state of being. It is a statement of self-worth, a reminder that even as time passes and circumstances change, you remain the author of your own life story. Living independently means creating a sanctuary that reflects who you are, free from the need to conform to the habits, preferences, or expectations of others. In your own home, no matter how simple or modest, you find a space where every choice is yours to make. From the rhythm of your day to the way you arrange your surroundings, this autonomy is a powerful reminder that age does not diminish your ability to lead a meaningful and self-determined life. Independence also allows you to foster relationships with your children and loved ones in a way that is rooted in respect and harmony. While it is natural for children to feel a sense of duty toward their aging parents, it is equally important to recognize that they too are navigating lives filled with responsibilities, pressures, and their own families to care for. Relying too heavily on them for emotional or practical support can unintentionally strain these bonds, introducing conflicts that may erode the closeness you once shared. By maintaining your own independence, you create a foundation for healthier, more balanced relationships. Instead of becoming a source of worry or burden, you remain a source of inspiration. Someone who demonstrates the strength and grace it takes to stand on your own while still cherishing the connections that matter most. Visits from your children and grandchildren become moments of joy, not obligation, and the time you spend together is enriched by mutual appreciation rather than underlying tension. But independence is not just about living alone. It is about embracing life with an open heart and a courageous spirit. It means taking ownership of your time and filling it with pursuits that bring you fulfillment. Whether it's a long-forgotten passion, a new hobby, or simply the quiet contentment of a daily routine. These small acts of self-care and purpose form the fabric of a life well lived. Every day is an opportunity to discover something new about yourself, to cultivate the strength that comes from facing challenges head-on, and to take pride in the journey you've traveled. The beauty of independence lies not in isolation, but in the freedom to shape your own narrative. It allows you to engage with the world on your own terms, whether by joining a community, nurturing friendships, or even mastering new technology to stay connected with loved ones. In an age where smartphones and video calls can bridge the miles between family members, independence does not mean being disconnected. It means embracing the tools and opportunities that keep you involved in the lives of those who matter to you, while still holding on to your sense of self. Independence also invites you to reimagine what aging can be. Too often, society equates growing older with decline, but the truth is that every stage of life is rich with potential for growth, learning, and self-discovery. When you choose to embrace independence, you challenge the narrative that age limits your ability to thrive. Instead, you prove that aging gracefully is not about resisting the inevitable changes of time, but about facing them with resilience, optimism, and an unwavering commitment to live fully. The beauty of independence is that it grants you the freedom to live authentically. It allows you to honor the life you've built, to celebrate the experiences that have shaped you, and to face the future with confidence and courage. Whether you spend your days surrounded by family, immersed in a passion project, or enjoying the peace of solitude, your independence is a testament to the strength and wisdom that come with a life well lived. It is a gift, not only to yourself, but to those who look to you as an example of what it means to age with grace and purpose. In choosing independence, you are not choosing loneliness or distance. You are choosing self-respect. You are showing the world and yourself that you are capable, resilient, and deserving of a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Independence is not the absence of companionship. It is the presence of freedom, dignity, and the quiet assurance that you are enough, just as you are. 5. The path forward. Acceptance and fulfillment. Life, in its essence, is a journey of constant transformation. As we age, the world around us changes, and so do we. The years bring with them lessons in love, loss, joy, and resilience, carving wisdom into our hearts and strength into our character. Yet, the path forward in later life often demands something even deeper, the ability to accept what is while still reaching for what could be. It is in this delicate balance between acceptance and hope that fulfillment is truly found. Acceptance begins with acknowledging the realities of aging, not as a defeat, but as a natural rhythm of life. Our bodies may change, and so might our roles in society or our relationships with others. These changes can feel daunting, even isolating at times, but resisting them only deepens the sense of struggle. Instead, by embracing these shifts with grace, we free ourselves from the weight of unrealistic expectations and open our hearts to the opportunities that still lie ahead. Fulfillment comes not from longing for what has passed, but from finding beauty in the present. It is in the quiet moments, a morning walk, a heartfelt conversation, the simple pleasure of tending to a garden, that life reveals its enduring richness. These moments remind us that joy is not something grand or distant. It is woven into the fabric of everyday life, waiting to be noticed and cherished. Acceptance also means letting go of regrets and unmet expectations. In the later years, it is easy to dwell on what could have been, the chances not taken, the dreams left unrealized. But these reflections, while natural, must not define us. Instead, we can choose to see them as part of the story that has shaped who we are today. Every choice, every mistake, every triumph has brought us to this point. By forgiving ourselves and others, we create space for peace and gratitude to take root. Yet, acceptance does not mean resignation. It does not mean giving up on the possibility of connection, growth, or joy. Fulfillment in later life requires a quiet courage, the courage to try new things, to embrace change, and to remain open to love and companionship in its many forms. Whether it is pursuing a new hobby, reconnecting with old friends, or even exploring the idea of remarriage, the willingness to step outside our comfort zones keeps our spirits vibrant and our hearts young. The path forward is also about nurturing relationships that bring meaning and joy. As we age, some connections may fade, while others deepen. True fulfillment comes from valuing the people who stand by us, who see us for who we truly are, and who enrich our lives with their presence. These bonds remind us that even as life evolves, the need for human connection remains constant. By showing kindness, patience, and gratitude to those around us, we strengthen the relationships that sustain us. Above all, the path forward is about living authentically. This is a time to honor your values, your dreams, and the person you have become through decades of life's trials and triumphs. It is about making choices that align with your sense of purpose and joy, whether that means pursuing a long held passion, finding ways to contribute to your community, or simply savoring the beauty of a well lived life. In the twilight years, fulfillment is not about perfection, it is about presence. It is about being fully alive in each moment, appreciating the journey you have traveled and the one that still stretches ahead. The path forward is not always easy, but it is always worth walking, for it leads to a life that is rich in meaning, connection, and peace. As you move forward, remember this: you are not defined by your age, your past, or the challenges you face. You are defined by your spirit, by your ability to adapt, to love, and to embrace the life that is uniquely yours. Acceptance and fulfillment are not destinations, they are ways of being. And when you walk this path with grace and courage, you show the world and yourself that the later years can be the most meaningful of all. The path forward. Acceptance and fulfillment. As we journey through the later stages of life, the lessons we embrace often shape how we find peace and purpose. The decision to remarry, to live independently, or to seek companionship in other ways is deeply personal, yet the common thread is this: life's richness lies not in perfect circumstances, but in how we respond to its complexities. Aging is not a surrender to time, but a transformation, a chance to live with greater intention, clarity, and heart. To navigate this stage gracefully, acceptance becomes our greatest ally. Acceptance of our past, with its joys and regrets, allows us to carry forward only the lessons that enrich our present. Acceptance of our present, with its challenges and blessings, frees us from the longing for what could have been. And acceptance of our future, with all its uncertainties, empowers us to embrace each moment with courage and hope. Fulfillment comes when we live authentically, guided by the wisdom of experience and the light of possibility. It is found not in chasing the life we once had, but in cherishing the life we have now. Whether through the quiet joy of solitude, the vibrant connection of new relationships, or the enduring bonds of family and friends, fulfillment is about finding what truly matters and holding it close. In the twilight of life, the greatest gift we can give ourselves is to live without regret, to look back on our days and know we made choices that honored our values, cared for our hearts, and reflected the unique journey of our soul. Remarriage may be a path of companionship, independence, a sanctuary of self-reliance, and family, a source of enduring love. But above all, the life you live is your own, a masterpiece of resilience, growth, and meaning. As you stand at this crossroads, remember that it is never too late to rediscover your passions, to nurture your relationships, and to embrace the changes that come with time. Life is a mosaic of beginnings and endings, and every step forward offers an opportunity to shape the legacy you leave behind, not just in the hearts of others, but in the deep and abiding peace you carry within yourself. Age is not a limitation, but a gateway, a reminder that every moment we have is precious, and every choice we make shapes the life we wish to lead. Live it boldly, live it wisely, and above all, live it with the quiet assurance that you are and always will be enough. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.